weight cross coverage of OHSAA Wrestling. Made possible by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association. Klein Residential. Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association. Dr. Stephen Daly of UC Health. Kent Smith of State Farm. Mark Floan, Cold Spring La Roses. And Steve Burke of Operation Giveback.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 Southwest Ohio Division I District Championship Finals, where we have in your first, third, and fifth place matches.
Yeah, some excitement here already, Lou. What do you think?
Well, we're going to begin the night with 106 pounders. We have Demarco Cates of Colerain coming in with a record of 34-7. He's a sophomore. He'll be up against Jeremy Sibrel of Beavercreek.
Yeah, exciting for these two wrestlers. Looks like they're both sophomores. So, got another couple years to come back and be district champs in the future.
That's right. Both these guys, I look them up in their rankings. I like to use a Burrow fan, his rankings a lot. I think he does a good job with it. Right now he has Cates ranked 20th and Sibrel ranked 18th, but I don't know if that does them justice. I think one of these two guys are going to hit the podium next week at the state tournament.
No, I agree with you. If you remember, Demarco was a state alternate last year, took 5th, and I know he worked hard over the off season to make it back here to districts and get into the finals.
Sibrel, I believe. I feel like that name sounds familiar as well. He might have been a state qualifier last year.
Maybe right.
He was. He finished 4th last year at district, so he went to the state tournament. And as you said, Cates was 5th last year at this same weight class. Here we are, Cates with a front headlock and an underhook, working on Sibrel at the edge of the mat. Out of bounds. We have Cates in the two-piece black and red singlet with the various cardinals draped across the shoulders and on the thigh, and Sibrel in the traditional singlet.
Green ankle band. Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Demarco a little bit before the finals, carrying a 3.5 GPA, so smart kid.
Very nice. Out of bounds, still 0-0 here in the first period with 21 seconds remaining. I'd like to thank our partners, Klein Residential.
Yep, they underwrote that this 106-pound weight class.
First period here, both guys just kind of feeling each other out. As the first period in a championship match, a lot of times will go. It's a little chess match, just figuring out who's going to make the first move. Both guys are a little hesitant. Don't want to make that first mistake either.
Looks like Cates is taken down. His goal is to score that 1 point and get out of there and make it 1-0 and score the first points of the match.
These guys look to be in very good shape. Neither one of them is breathing too heavy here after 2 minutes of wrestling. I know at this point in my life I'd be struggling right now, but I have the pleasure of sitting next to I heard a world champ
Took bronze in the world.
Bronze in the world?
Bronze in the world.
That's
so
awesome.
Excited about that.
Very cool. And where was that at?
We were in Greece, about an hour outside of Athens.
Cates up to his feet, escapes. 30 seconds into the second period, he's got a 1-0 lead. Working on the front headlock again. Shot attempt by Sibrel, another shot.
Good sprawl there by Cates. I know Sibrel comes up to we do Tuesday night live wrestling, and he's been up to some live practices, and tough wrestler, real tough wrestler for a 106-pounder.
Look back and see how he fared at the state tournament a year ago. He went up for his first trip as a freshman.
Good attempt there to fireman's carry. Demarco Cates trying to fight that. Good defense by Cates there.
So Sibrel a year ago, coming out of the district as fourth, drew a hammer first round, Sechrist, and lost. And the wrestlebacks he lost and fell again. But this year I know he's hoping to definitely improve that.
Absolutely.
A little more experience. You know, being a freshman, making it to the state tournament, that's an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yep, so Cates scored that 2 points, making that score 3-0. Back on top.
Cates having a real nice tournament. You know, being ranked 20th in the state.
Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit on the off season. His goal was to get to the state tournament and place this year. Clearly put a bunch of work in on the off season, and both guys have.
Yeah, he's definitely setting himself up for a good chance of that here, coming out as a 1 or a 2. So the way it works here, placing at the district tournament is important. Top 4 move on to the state tournament, and depending on where you place, kind of draws your opponent at the state tournament. So if you're a district champ here, you'll be faced up against a 4th place finisher from another district, and so a second or third place, those two will match up at the district tournament in the first round. So winning here is pretty important.
And as you know, not easy to win matches at the state tournament, so any little extra you can get is going to help you next week.
Yep, the goal is to win 2 before losing 2. That gets you on the podium there. Getting there is one thing, but getting on the podium is another. Got a stall warning on red. That is Cates. The 3-0 lead riding on top. The minute 26 left in the third period.
And that stalling normally happens, he's riding the hips there, needs to get out to the side a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, he's working here cross wrist, near wrist, looking for some tilts, it would appear. Sibrel's got to get his chest up and get his wrist back here. He's got a hand fight on bottom and get some separation of the hips so he can come on up. Cates doing a good job staying on that 2-on-1 wrist.
Yep, looking maybe for a tilt here.
Tight waist, breaks him flat again. He's in a good position here, up 3-0 in the third period with 45 seconds remaining.
Yep.
It's a good position you want to be in. We'll see a few Colerain wrestlers here tonight in the finals. I believe they have 3 going for district championships, and they might get their first here.
Yep.
1 for 1.
And there's 2 brothers for Colerain in the finals.
Trying to think, their last district champ, I would have to say, would probably be T. Gray Scales, if I had to guess.
Maybe right. So excited for them.
I'm remembering a wrestler maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, Timmy Smith.
That's right, you're correct. Yep.
I believe he was a district champ.
Yep.
It's not too far long ago, but
about 23 seconds here. Sibrel needs to get out and then get a takedown to tie this thing up. So
got a caution.
Cates is going to just try to keep riding him out and look to win this match 3-0.
Up to his feet and Gets back to that wrist ride. Doing a good job there, keeping Sibrel's head on the mat. Sibrel's not had much opportunity. There he goes for a Granby roll, trying to get some hip separation, but Cates does a good job rolling with it, and time's going to run out. Colerain's going to get another district champion there, Demarco Cates.
Good for him. Both guys hard workers. Both guys headed to the state tournament. Looking for big things from them next week.
Absolutely. And we'll be there to see it. As we move along to the 113-pound weight class, we have Adam Gelmann, a senior from Sycamore with a record of 32-4. He'll be battling against Jack Bratton, a freshman from Springboro with a record of 42-13. He's got quite a few matches on his resume this year. Gelmann with the green ankle bracelet and the white singlet with green. Bratton in the black singlet with Borough spelled on the back for Springboro. And on a head inside shot. These little guys are scrappy. They get right to work.
Sure do. You know, exciting thing for Bratton, he's a 9th grader, right? He'll have a chance to be a 4-time state qualifier, if not a 4-time placer.
That's right.
That's pretty incredible. As we're watching these wrestlers, looking at the team scores, Moeller's in first place at 155 points, and LaSalle's in second place with 148.5 points, followed by Springboro, Harrison, Miamisburg, Elder, Colerain, Centerville, Sycamore, and Ross, rounding out the top 10.
Another shot attempt by Bratton in the black singlet, red anklet. Gelmann does a good job defending that. Gelmann was a district champ a year ago, I believe at 106 pounds. Fell short of his goal of becoming a state placer. But this year, hopes to improve that.
Yep, another guy I've seen on the off season, putting in a lot of work.
Bratton is very active. He does not look like a freshman wrestler.
Sure doesn't.
That was one thing I was looking through all the 14 weight classes. There is a lot of young talent. I know Southwest Ohio gets some criticism for not being able to compete with some of those northern schools. But I think down the road, I think we'll see that. Hopefully, that tide change.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right here, Bratton in a scramble situation, trying to elevate some legs. Both guys have about the same position. We got a stalemate. Back to neutral, still 0-0.
It's like maybe a nosebleed there.
Believe so.
Yeah, Gelmann has an older brother that is wrestling in college now, kind of following him a little bit and doing well.
Where's he wrestling at?
I think he's at Heidelberg.
Heidelberg?
Yep.
They're usually a pretty prominent Division III, I believe.
I believe so, yep. Yeah, Lou, any comments? We got Moeller and LaSalle GCL schools at the top there. I know you were a GCL wrestler.
That's right. Wrestled for St. Xavier. Also did some coaching for St. X and did some coaching for LaSalle, so I'm familiar with both programs. A little surprised, honestly, that Moeller is in the lead. Looking at coming into this tournament, LaSalle had 12 qualifiers and very high hopes. I believe they both are going to be sending 5 to the state tournament.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah, I think that's great if you ask Moeller, but if you ask LaSalle, I think they might say otherwise. They were hoping for a few more than 5 with the 12.
Yeah,
but,
and I know dual meet, LaSalle beat them pretty good in the dual meet. But Moeller comes along, my buddy Jermaine Lindsay, the co-chair, and keeps getting good wrestlers coming into the program that believe in what he's trying to accomplish, and good things for the future for them.
Absolutely. It's been a three-headed monster kind of down here in the Southwest Ohio as well, between Moeller, LaSalle, and Springboro. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the past 3-4 years, these 3 teams have been battling it out.
Yep, I think you're right. Yep.
Last year, Springboro were district champs with LaSalle in second. I think the year before that it was LaSalle. with the district title and Springboro in second, so they kind of flip-flop and battling back and forth. But now Moeller's jumping, throwing their hat in the ring.
Yeah.
We have Gelmann here back to the action. The minute 40 in the second period, still 0-0.
Yeah, as we're talking about that, Bratton with a 42-13 record. My goodness, that's a lot of matches.
That is a lot of matches. It'll be near 60 here by the end of the year. And then we have a 2-point lead for Gelmann. Trying to become a 2-time district champ. Last year, I believe he took down Mohana of LaSalle in the finals at 106 pounds. Mohana actually became a district plate or a state placer last year.
That's right. Yep.
So it just kind of all depends on your draw when you get to the state tournament, and anything can happen. I mean, getting there is one thing, and again, placing is another animal.
Yep. Gelmann doing a good job of riding on top and controlling his opponent. About 55 seconds left here in the second period.
Bratton right up to his feet, trying to hit a switch. Oh, and a step over. Gelmann still in control, doesn't panic in that situation, so that's a veteran, a senior. Definitely comfortable in those positions.
I got a chance to roll around with Gelmann a couple months back, man. He's crazy strong.
Yeah.
Right? And these guys lifting in the off season and keeping that strength up.
Bratton back to his feet, and Gelmann recovers. Throws a boot in on the left side there, working. So he's looking here. Is he like the power half, or is he trying to hip over and catch the head and pull it under?
Yeah, it's like what he's trying to do, yep.
He's also attacking that far ankle and looking for some cradles, and Bratton trying to crack down. Another stoppage as they move out of bounds.
About 15 seconds left here in the second period.
You don't think about it, but wrestling is very mental, going into these last 15 seconds, Bratton, if he can earn a 1-point escape, being down 2-1 is very different than being down 2-0.
Absolutely.
Especially because Gelmann has choice, I believe, so Gelmann will likely choose bottom. There we go.
Looking for a reversal there, nice.
Gelmann again, good job, not panicking, able to just hang with it. Time runs out. Second period, heading to the third. It's 2-0 Gelmann, and it was Bratton's choice.
Yep, looks like he's going to take neutral. And that's probably the right choice. He got ridden the whole period, so why go down again?
Exactly. And you don't want to choose top unless you're a hammer on top. But someone like Gelmann, I don't see you turning him very easily. So he's back to his feet, and he's very active on his feet. Definitely seems like his position. In on the shot, but Gelmann with the underhook. He's in trouble here if he can get his hips over and get that right arm around the body. There we go. There's two.
There he goes. Nice takedown.
Again, does not look like a freshman.
Does not.
Out there against a senior. He's been very much the aggressor almost the entire match.
And Lou, a lot of these kids started when they're 4 and 5 and 6, and so they get into 9th grade already having 10 years of wrestling in. So
that's right. And he's got definitely plenty of matches this year. 55. This is his 56th match, so get a few more up at state. He'll be closing in on 60 matches in a season.
And the deal, you talk about 13 losses he has, you kind of learn from those losses.
Yeah.
So
the other thing, I would imagine Springboro wrestles a pretty tough schedule.
Yep. So again, Bratton lets him up. Makes it 3-2 Gelmann, and his goal is to take him back down.
If you have not gotten your district spirit where we will be closing the booth at 4:45. If you need to get your district spirit
over-under with a front headlock.
We'll be closing at 4:45.
Gelmann likes his position. Bratton's going to need a circle, work his way out, but we got a stalemate back to our feet.
Yep, and that score should be 3-2 Gelmann. Bratton probably looking for that high crotch again that
4-3 lead. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Jeff Burkhoff, Old Coaches Association, partnering with us on this weight class, 113 pounds. Bratton 4-3 lead. Time is expiring, 15 seconds remaining. Oh, I think they heard the other whistle and they stopped wrestling.
Keep wrestling.
He's got to come around. He's facing him. There could be one. There's one. They're not awarded, did he?
Did not award it.
Wow.
And I don't know if there was a disconnect there. What do you think, Lou?
I didn't see it. I mean, they were facing. He was up to his feet, correct?
Yep.
I always thought, facing each other and you're on your feet, not necessarily a break if you're head to head.
Yeah, we'll see what they call here.
I don't think he's going to change the call here.
I don't think so either.
You don't have the luxury in high school to do the challenge cube and have a review. I don't think he's going to change it. And look at that, Jack Bratton, a freshman. Freshman knocking off the senior, 113 pounds.
Good for him. Good for him. And he had the guts to cut him in the third period.
Yeah.
Being behind by one, knowing that he had to get a takedown to win it.
Well, we'll be hearing that name for some time. Jack Bratton, freshman.
Good for him.
As you said, he could be looking at 4 titles possibly. Here's our replay. As we're looking, and that's when they stopped wrestling. And as he coming around, grabbing the head, he gets face to face at some point. But he still has that overhook. This is where I thought maybe there's no break, as you said, no disconnect, but time was out, so he was still in that top position.
Yeah, I said good call there.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to 120 here. Who we got, Lou?
Here at 120 pounds, we have Tyton Kostoff. That is a very cool name. With a record of 31-7, coming in facing a sophomore from Troy, TJ Murray. This is another Colerain wrestler we were telling you about. I'm sensing a strong resurgence from that Colerain Cardinal program with Hunter Hampton at the helm. This is their second here in the finals, and we have another Tyton's brother, Kaiser, we'll see later on.
Springboro versus from Sycamore. Wrestling for third place on man number 3 at 120 pounds.
And I think too, and I do a lot of off-season stuff, Lou, and I see these guys doing tournaments on the off-season. A lot of them doing freestyle Greco, and then kind of just putting the extra work in. So I think it's going to pay off for Colerain.
Well, that's really where you make the biggest gains, and can catch up to your opponents. Is that off-season work? I mean, how much progress can you make during the season? When you're cutting weight and you're battling week in and week out, practice every day. That off-season is so important. Wow, what a quick move. That was really nice.
Nice low single there.
Trying to dump him now and locking up a cradle possibly. Look at that. Tyton Kostoff.
Trying to keep that head in the side.
He's a freshman as well. So here we go. We could have back-to-back freshman champs. Very nice takedown by Kostoff.
Awesome.
But these guys, again, I'm looking at the rankings, and neither one of these guys are ranked very high. We're not getting any love out of the Southwest District. Murray ranked 26th and Kostoff ranked 33rd. So, I mean, if you look at that, he wasn't even supposed to make the state tournament.
That's
neither
right.
one of these guys.
That's right.
16-man bracket, and I think he's going to surprise some people up there, both these guys.
Yep. Got a chance to speak to Kostoff. He's actually homeschooled. Him and his brother are homeschooled.
Really? Again, Colerain Cardinal with the two-piece singlet. They're sporting that look.
Yep.
Murray in the traditional black and red, the green anklet and the white shoes. 2-0 lead for Kostoff with a minute.
I asked Kostoff what his favorite food was. He said he likes crab legs.
Oh, yeah?
So,
is there a good place to get those in Colerain?
I guess there is. Little tilt there.
Yeah, he's getting back points here. He's got 3 secured. Essentially 5-0. There it is. 2 back points. Not 3, 2 back points. 4-0 Kostoff. And he's, another young guy from the Southwest here, from Colerain, freshman, that we're going to see for some time with many years to go still here in his high school career.
And you know what, Lou? I bet Kostoff made Cates, the 106 champ, better at every practice.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet they train together.
Yep.
Make each other better.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's what they say, iron sharpens iron. They have a few others as well. Sears, he'll be coming up, another Colerain wrestler, state qualifier.
Yep.
Last year as well, I believe. So.
Yep, he was.
So again, they got some young talent there in the room that they just keep making each other better. Drives them out of bounds here in the second period. We're neutral. Kostoff had a big win in the semis, knocking off Nathan Moser of Monrow. Monrow in the Borough fan rankings that I follow, ranked 13th, so
yeah,
it's a big upset, I would say, but not if you ask Tyton. We have some great wrestling names here today. I know we're going to come up to a few later as well.
Yeah,
we'll get to those, but.
Yeah, I was talking to Kostoff. I said, what kind of music you like? He said he likes rap music and must be this musician called Little TJ. Have you heard of him? Little TJ.
I have not.
I said, you sure it's not Little Wayne? He said, no, Little TJ.
I'm a little old school.
Yeah, I am too.
I don't know if you consider mine old school, though. I'm back with the Eminem, Dr. Dre.
I can't play rap at practice, all those curse words. I'm like, we can't play it if there's any curse words. So.
Yeah. We go. Swing and a miss there on a arm chop, but secures it. Throws in a boot there on the right side, and Murray trying to hip down and throw him over. Now Tyton going to work, trying to power half. Just got to step up with that outside leg. That's your drive leg. That's where you generate a lot of power. And I think he's content just riding right now. 40 seconds with a 4-0 lead.
Yep.
You got to make it look like you're doing a little bit of work while you're conserving a little bit of energy. There's an art to wrestling on top.
Yep. And that power half doesn't feel good on the back of your neck either.
No. Yeah, it wears you down. Being on bottom, constantly trying to work your way up, and then having a guy that essentially weighs the same as you. I don't know if they weigh the same at this point in the tournament, but just elbow in the back of the neck, forearm in the back of the neck, and just constant pressure.
Yep. Good riding there for Kostoff.
Yeah.
And Colerain.
Now he's going to choose bottom. We have a 6-0 lead. I missed 2 points there, did you?
I did too. Maybe too much of us talking, huh? Kostoff taken down. His goal is to escape and get back on his feet. And Murray trying to give him some of his own medicine, putting those legs in.
But he's in trouble. Oh, there he is, back around, almost securing the reversal. Oh, he's still on top. Looked like he was out, and he wasn't. And now he's stepped over, and he's about to pin him, and he did.
Oh my goodness, such good wrestling from Kostoff there.
Tyton Kostoff. That's a name you got to remember. Can't forget it. And you'll be seeing him at the state tournament.
Good for him.
District champion as a freshman. How about that? Back-to-back freshman
awesome.
champs. So like I said, there's some young talent here in the pipeline down here in Cincinnati, Southwest Ohio. And that's another district champ for Colerain.
Weight cross coverage of OHSAA Wrestling. Made possible by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association. Klein Residential. Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association. Dr. Stephen Daly of UC Health. Kent Smith of State Farm. Mark Floan, Cold Spring La Roses. And Steve Burke of Operation Giveback.
Well, I know we got another freshman coming up too in a little bit, Kane Shawger from St. X, freshman, right?
That's right. Not this weight class, but the next weight class.
Yep.
This weight class here features senior Aiden Allen from LaSalle with a record of 44-7, currently ranked 5th in the state. He'll be battling against Konner Lambers of Elder with a record of 41-5, ranked 6th. So this should be a good match. And I'm sure these guys have seen each other quite a few times, both being in the GCL.
Yep.
I believe we're going to wait for the 3rd and 4th place and the 5th and 6th place matches to finish up before we continue on.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our underwriter for this weight class, is Klein Residential. Thank you very much.
Yes.
For your underwriting of this weight class.
We jump over to the 3rd and 4th place match.
Yep, looked like we got the Moser kid on top from Monroe.
Nathan Moser versus Julius Knowles. Hamilton sending a representation up to the state tournament next week. And I'm looking down at the score. It is 9-6 in favor of, I believe, Moser of Monroe, riding tough on top with 44 seconds left in the 3rd period. 3-point lead. And again, it is so important to win this 3rd and 4th place match is very important. You know, you don't want to come out 4th. You're going to be facing a district champ from likely Cleveland, Columbus. So you have a good chance of facing somebody very difficult from St. Edwards. Would be most likely.
Yep, and that's always a tough first match.
Yeah.
Get a number 1.
I was looking at some projections for the state tournament, and Ed's is looking extremely tough and
I think someone said they at Ed's, everyone won their sectional except for one guy, and he took 2nd.
Oh, wow.
So pretty incredible.
Kind of takes the fun out of coaching, right? I mean, do you really have to try?
Just sits in a chair the whole time.
It's nice. It's like a vacation. You just get to relax. The time runs out. 9-7, Moser, your 3rd place finisher.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He comes up to our Tuesday live wrestling. I get a chance to roll around with him.
Yeah.
Quick as a cat. Quick as a cat.
Well, he had a tough match with Kostoff. We just saw Kostoff, a very impressive freshman. As we move along, previously introduced, we had Aiden Allen of LaSalle. He'll be wearing the white with red singlet and the red anklet, and Konner Lambers is in the 2-piece black and purple and white. These two have met this year, I believe.
Did we see him at the coaches class maybe too as well?
Yeah, I think Aiden won one, and I think Konner has won to avenge that loss. I haven't seen any other results. These two both sectional champs.
Coming up, Link.
Kind of remember these guys as youth kids, you know, looking at the monitor here. Remember these guys, 6, 7, 8-year-old wrestlers wrestling in the CYW tournaments. Been around a long while.
Yeah. Lambers was a district champ a year ago. Actually, just last year he defeated Moser, who we just saw get 3rd. Lambers defeated him for a district title last year, and Allen was a district champ as well. Both these wrestlers, Connors was at 113 pounds, Allen was at 120 pounds. Now they're both bumped up to 126 pounds. And one of these guys, you know, is not going to win a title.
That's right.
Only one can win. I believe both of these guys were state placers a year ago as well.
Both guys trying to fill each other out here.
So a year ago, Aiden Allen actually lost first round of the state tournament to Adam Butler, a St. Ed's wrestler, and battled all the way back and won and got 3rd place.
Awesome.
That might be more difficult than winning a state title.
Yep, you're right about that.
He won 5 matches in a row at the state tournament to come back and get 3rd, while Konner Lambers last year he won his first round match, and he lost to the eventual eventual state champ Carson Brown from St. Ed's, of course. And he battled back, won another match, and ended up placing 8th. So both state placers.
So good, yeah.
First period comes to a close.
0-0 here going into the second period. Lambert's taken down, Allen on top.
Quick team score update. 5th place, we have Colerain. There you go, 100.5 point. 4th place, Harrison with 112.5. Springboro third, 139. LaSalle in second with 150.5, and Moeller with 155.5. So they're within striking distance.
Yep.
This thing's not over yet. It's not wrapped up. Both teams have a few wrestlers to go, so this is going to be an exciting finish. Still no score. Lambert set on bottom. Allen covers on top. To his feet and cuts. And Lambert's with a 1-0 lead. Lambert's had a pretty wild finish in the semifinal match. I don't know if you saw that against Jaden Cochran, who was the second-ranked wrestler in this weight class in the state.
That's right.
3-2 match. So they were both just trading escapes, basically. And it came down to overtime, and Konner was able to get an escape and win the match 3-2. So a slight upset there. I know Cochran is highly ranked.
Yep.
He's wrestling for 3rd and 4th at the moment, up pretty handily 7-0. So he's taking care of business down there.
Yeah, I talked to Cochran's dad a little bit. He said he was down after the match for about 15 minutes and bounced back and said, "I'm going to come back and take 3rd place."
Well, that's the way you should do it. I mean, he's a senior, so he's got that senior mentality, being able to have all that experience, and kind of realizes it's just one match, and you are still surviving and advancing to the state tournament, and anything can happen up there. I've seen guys place 3rd, even 4th, that have a good draw and are able to fight their way through and actually hit the finals. And
yep,
I can't think of anybody that comes to mind, but I know it's happened before that 4th place finishers made it to the finals of the state tournament.
Yep.
Maybe even won, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen up there.
Yeah, I talked to Aiden before the finals here. He likes hamburgers. I said, "What's your favorite food?" He said, "I like hamburgers." So,
did he give you a good hamburger spot?
He did not. I didn't ask him, but I'm sure there are some over in that LaSalle area. He has a 3.5 grade point average, so another smart kid, and he likes the Spider-Man movies. So,
still 1-0. Konner Lambers over Aiden Allen here in the 3rd period. Allen right up to his feet, trying to get some hip separation, hand fight. There we go, 1-1.
I have a feeling this is going to come down to a takedown. What do you think of that nice low stance where they keep one knee on the mat?
I think both these guys like wrestling from space, so having that low stance is beneficial because the other guy has to come to you.
Yep.
Kind of takes them out of their element and makes them wrestle your style. Look at that. We got a little scramble situation.
Yep.
Now Konner, the head inside shot.
And try to pull him in.
Allen doing a nice job, wizard, hand fighting. Oh, now he's in trouble. Head by his knee. We got a cradle locked up. No points have been awarded yet. Allen trying to back out.
Lambers need to keep him in bounds here and score that 2.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You can't flee the mat, but you got to work here on the edge. You're still scrambling. I would say Lambers is in a better position at this moment, but that can change in a quick second here. And now he's got to roll back up. Now he's got to elevate. Now look at just like that. Now, oh, Allen was. So that was some good action there.
That's what you call a crazy scramble, right?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Ben Askren type.
Yeah, you see Lambers is close to scoring there, but Allen attacks that leg, elevates, comes up, and now he looked like he was in a position to score, but wasn't able to. He went out of bounds, and we're going to reset 1-1.
About 20 seconds left here in the match.
Well, I think look at that. Nice misdirection. Was able to get to the shot, and again, we're going to be rolling around. I don't think it's over. Looking for a broomstick or a Merkel here. He's got a Merkel. That might be 2. Oh, the Salle coaches want 2. He had a Merkel locked in the leg lace, but we're not going to have any points awarded, and we're going to go to overtime.
1 minute overtime here. Both guys will look to get a takedown.
Coach Rico Hill wanting some clarification here with the Merkel that was locked up. You know, it's my understanding, I've seen it called before. You know, a guy gets a Merkel with that, the head lock, the head and the arm locked and the leg laced, and they award it, but not in this situation. And we're back to action. And Allen in on the shot. Oh, he looks pretty solid in this position.
He does.
Oh, but he came off it too quick. Kind of rushed it looked like.
Yep.
He had it. Lambers on the mat, and that split second of there he calls the 2 there. Aiden Allen, district
that
champ.
Was 2.
That's going to be
in.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for the team points as well.
Yep, you're right about that. Yep.
Yeah. We got to keep that in mind. We have quite a race with the team points. Aiden Allen, your senior champion from LaSalle High School. Is he going to be wrestling next year? Do you know? Aiden Allen? Is he going to be wrestling in the college somewhere? I would imagine.
Yeah, didn't ask him, but...
He had a brother, Antoine Allen, also a very good wrestler.
Yep.
Wrestled at LaSalle for 3 years and then went to Princeton, was a very good wrestler. His senior year was cut short, unfortunately, to COVID.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything posted of where he's looking to go, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity.
Absolutely. And we are already kicking off action here at 132 pounds. We have Marshall Morency of Anderson, a sophomore with a 34-6 record, wrestling against Kane Shawger. Here's your freshman sensation from St. Xavier.
That's right. He is tough. He is tough.
41-4. He wrestled at the Ironman tournament earlier this year where he earned 2 of those losses, but learned a lot, I believe.
And I believe he's ranked 2nd in the state.
Absolutely. He is ranked 2nd in the state, and Morency is ranked 6th in the state. We're also going to do a split screen here as we have wrestling a Colerain wrestler for...
Yep, looks like the Sears.
3rd and 4th.
Yep, the Sears wrestler.
Bryce Sears versus Joey Thaman of Elder. Bryce Sears lost to Morency in the semifinal match.
Yep, lost 8-3.
Shawger looks like he's almost in that Merkel situation. On the left side of your screen there, we have Marshall and Shawger, and on the right side, Sears and Thaman. Both matches are 0-0.
Yeah, I know Morency and Shawger wrestled in the sectional finals, and it was 11-0, and Shawger pinned Morency. So,
wow. I mean, I saw him in his semifinal match, and he was very dominant. He looked like a hammer. He was getting frustrated at times. Wrestling against Joey Thaman of Elder, who was looked to be content, kind of just hanging out on bottom and what seemed to clamp up. Didn't get too many stall calls. He was close to being disqualified, actually. He gave up a stall point and another stall point and then 2-point stall point. So he was 1 away from being disqualified by stalling.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
just goes to show you how dominant and difficult it is to wrestle Kane Shawger. Guys don't really want to give him a whole lot of opportunities. But here he is taking a shot. Another freshman. I mean, this could be already our 3rd freshman district champ.
That's incredible.
If he can do this today. Or
Yep.
Morency as well. He's only a sophomore.
Yep.
So.
And that's good for Southwest Ohio, as we talk about the future's bright, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Trying to catch some of the wrestlers up north.
That
These
is
young guys.
Marshall in the orange and black singlet. Kane Shawger's in the all-black singlet. I believe there's some blue in there. Can't really see it. And then Sears in the 2-piece Cardinal ensemble. And Thaman also wearing a 2-piece with the black and white and purple. And Bryce Sears is up. Or no, it's tied. Tied on both matches.
Yeah, me being around the youth scene, all 4 of these wrestlers, were around when they were young. They were wrestling at 6, 7, 8-year-old at these local CYW tournaments, and good to see they're finding success in high school.
Yeah, that's got to be cool to see, see these kids grow up. It's now here in high school.
Yep. Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Kane a little bit. He's carrying a 3.4 GPA. Obviously a junior high state champ, maybe 2-time junior high state champ.
Yeah, I think he was a 2-time state champ in junior high.
I said, what kind of music you like? He said, I like Zach Bryan, so a little bit of country there, right?
I think you're right. So it's 2-0 Shawger, and Bryce Sears and Thaman are 2-2 for third and fourth. Shawger on top in the second period. Minute 30 remaining in the second period. Shawger in on the legs, returning to the mat. He's still the top wrestler, so he's still in control. Morency trying to step him over here. Shawger's in a little bit of dicey position. Morency coming out, and there's the escape awarded. It's 2-1.
Yeah, and so some adjustments by Morency since last week, right?
It would appear so. Yeah, you said it was 11-0, and then he got pinned.
That's what Kane told me.
All right, he's
before the finals here. So absolutely
off to a better start with 45 remaining in the second period. 2-1, Shawger in the lead. I saw Shawger on the mat warming up. He was doing some high karate kicks with his coach. It was an interesting warm-up. Shawger just got hit for stalling. Stall warning. Both guys, Morency has an underhook there on the right side, and Shawger's hanging on the head. But they decided to warn Shawger with a warning for stalling. Interesting in that position just because both wrestlers aren't really doing a whole lot.
Yeah, you never want to be ear to ear so much, do you?
Yeah. They break tie in 5 seconds. Both guys are just going to let this time run out. Head to the third period, but very much a very different match than a week ago.
Yep.
So he's definitely learned a lot.
You know, Morency has an older brother that wrestles in college now and has a younger brother that's a very good wrestler as well. Still in youth wrestling, but
3 boys, yeah. I mean,
yep. They love the sport of wrestling.
We got a warning, and it looks like the St. Xavier coach is going to have a word or have a question, an inquiry for the ref. He makes his way over.
Looks like that's Kane's dad. I guess he's coaching over there.
Yeah, I've seen him in the corner for his semi-match. I'd like to thank Kent Smith, State Farm underwriting here at 132 pounds. Kent Smith's actually coaching currently, or not coaching, I'm sorry, he is a referee out on mat 5, or 5th place match. He's a referee over there, so if you need some State Farm insurance, there's the guy to call. Just not right now, he's a little busy.
Right, I got my life insurance with State Farm, so they do a good job.
Some action back with Sears and Thaman on the 3rd place match, 4-2 in favor of Thaman of Elder. They're back to action on the 1st place match as well with Shawger and Morency, 2-2 now. So there was a point awarded, 2 points for Morency. Morency is winning 4-2 at the moment. What do you have, a reversal? That was tied up on that 3rd place match, and now Shawger with a reversal, and it's 4-4. So
yeah, Shawger's saying I got to pick up the pace here.
Yeah, seeing these guys open up a little bit more. 4-4. Shawger's been warned for stalling as well, so keep that in mind. It's got the boot in, but it's a little high, and Morency's starting to get underneath it where it's potentially dangerous.
Potentially dangerous, yep.
Morency will be back on bottom with 1:08. And in this situation, 1:08 left in the 3rd period, I would prefer to be Morency in this situation,
absolutely,
being on bottom. Shawger's got to make a decision. Is he going to ride, or does he want to cut him and see if he can get a takedown like we saw the freshman earlier, Bratton?
Yep.
You know, he made that call and said, I'm going to go get the takedown and win the district title. So let's see if Shawger makes that same decision, if he can't turn him here. He's doing a good job of not letting that boot get in. He catches it before he's able to get it in.
And what you don't want to do is have Morency get an escape with 5 seconds left, and you don't have time to get a takedown.
Exactly, yeah. So it's going to be decision time here for the coaches. You want to cut him or you want to keep trying to work for a turn? And he keeps going for that boot. You know, I saw Shawger doing a lot of power halves in his semi-match, and he was mean with it. He actually got pointed, I believe. Maybe being a little too aggressive with a forearm in the back of the neck when he was wrestling against Thaman. So a little frustration.
Yeah.
But here we go, 45 seconds, 4-4. Caution green. How many is that? That's one. That's 1 point for Morency. So that was the third caution. He thought that Morency moved, which triggered him to move. But the refs saw it differently, and it's 6-4. Shawger down. What a difference. I mean, you said 11-0, and then he got pinned, and now he's right here in the match.
So I look at it that this week, you know, Morency made some adjustments, knowing that he could meet Shawger in the finals, and kind of a different match from last week.
Absolutely, very good coaching there from the Anderson coaches. They went to work this week.
Yep. Happy for Sears over there. Sears took third place for Colerain, and
very nice. Another Colerain wrestler. Look at that.
Good for him.
And it is 6-4 with 20 seconds left. And at this point, you know, Morency looks like he's going to be trying to do a little stalling, a little art of stalling.
Yep.
Shawger in on the shots. This is going to be quite an upset, though. He's working. He's got to pop the head out. 2 seconds. Time runs out. Wow. Morency.
Yeah, you got to consider that an upset, right?
That's an upset.
And I know they're good friends. Right, but when they're on the mat, they battle.
Shawger was ranked number 2 in the state, but you'll see them both next week.
Yeah,
that's
probably better for Morency. He'll come in as the number 1 seed into the state.
Yeah,
we all know that Shawger's going to battle anyone he's up against. So good for Morency.
Absolutely.
That may be the talk of the tournament.
That will. That was a big match. Great win for Morency. And we move along to 138 pounds. We have a senior from Ross, Jovanni Greco, with a record of 39-3 versus Holden Huhn of LaSalle, a junior, with a record of 38-3. Huhn is a returning district champ as well. He was a state runner-up as a freshman. Last year, his weight class was a meat grinder.
Yep.
At the state tournament, I think he wrestled a state champ first round and then lost that match and ended up wrestling back and had to wrestle another state champ in the wrestlebacks. That weight class was insane.
Well, we talked earlier about wrestling names. You know, that last name Greco.
Yeah.
Kind of sticks out, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
For the people listening, you know, there's Greco-Roman wrestling, which is all upper body. That's the international style of wrestling. So pretty cool to have the last name Greco.
Yeah. I don't know if he does a whole lot of that, though. I haven't seen a whole lot of his matches, but does he do a lot of throws?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I've known the name. We've seen him wrestle in the past. And
he looks comfortable in that three-point stance, that low position, which we see a lot now, too, with the kids. Getting low and, you know, doing those shots from separation. And Huhn here is in the black and red two-piece singlet with the white headgear with a little piece there on his forehead as well. And then we have Greco is in the, is that a two-piece singlet or is it a traditional singlet with a t-shirt underneath?
Yeah, let me see here.
He's got the white shoes on, so white shoes, green anklet is Greco, and dark shoes with the red anklet is Huhn.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's singlet straps there.
I know. It looks like a singlet with compression shirt underneath.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Low shot by Greco. Working his way up. These guys are so good in these scramble positions. Now Huhn has a leg, but Greco has stepped over. Both guys are kind of 50-50 here. Huhn working his way around, but Greco's kind of getting his angle as well. Huhn going for a cradle.
Back in the same position.
But Greco steps around, brings it up to his feet, and now he goes for a cradle.
Good wrestling here by both wrestlers. Good defense, not giving up takedowns.
Yeah, they fight in every position. That's what, mat wrestling and just experience, like you know how to react in certain situations. You just do it naturally. Then you don't stop wrestling. That's right. That's the key.
That is right. Don't stop wrestling.
That is a big key. That chain wrestling, you see guys being able to put combinations and moves together and just continuous improvement in position, not stopping.
Both these guys, look at them, pretty much identical records, 39-3 and 38-3.
Yeah.
A lot of matches.
And I know that LaSalle schedule is brutal. They go to Ironman, they go to the Escape the Rock, they go to the Wadsworth Grizzly tournament, where you're just seeing Wadsworth, you're seeing St. Paris Graham. They wrestled at the state duels, so they saw, top 8 teams in the state there.
I'm so used to Ross being
I know.
Division 2,
yeah.
Now they're Division 1, so
yeah.
That school district continues to grow, I guess, out there.
And he likes to throw that arm up. It looks like he's scouted Huhn and wants to block Huhn from coming over and potentially throwing a leg in, or what's he trying to accomplish by throwing that arm up there?
Just not letting him get that one-on-one, I guess.
Yeah.
On that side.
Well, he definitely knows what Huhn likes to do, so he throws that arm up there, Greco, kind of neutralizing what Huhn is looking to work. There he is trying to go for that trap.
Yeah,
so when he throws that arm up, it takes away that trap. There he goes for it again. I'd like to thank La Rosa's of Cold Spring, Kentucky, for bringing us this weight class, 138 pounds.
Everyone loves some La Rosa.
Absolutely. Buddy La Rosa, wasn't he? He was a LaSalle grad, so he would appreciate this match.
Yeah, he was a boxer, wasn't he?
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah, big time boxer.
He would appreciate this LaSalle match. Speaking of LaSalle, they have jumped into the lead in the district tournament with the points here. They currently lead Moeller by 1 point, 156.5 to 155.5. Springboro in a distant 141, but not out of it, as they have some hammers coming up in the upper weights. But this would be a huge win for the LaSalle Lancers if they can win this match here for Huhn and expand that lead a little bit, give them a little cushion, because Moeller also has a bunch of hammers at the upper weights as well.
Yeah, I do. I just looked. I think Moeller has 4 coming up in the finals.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down.
Yeah, they have Sanchez, they have Atkins, they have Sternberg, they have a few others.
They got
as
the
well.
Murphy kid.
Yeah, they have Murphy, they have Busler. I mean, they got a few. I mean, it's going to be a tall task for LaSalle, but winning this match would be very important. They might need a little help from some of the other schools to do a little work for them. They'll be rooting a little harder for some of those schools. Maybe they don't want to root for in the regular season, but at this point, they want to see the Moeller guys lose, but battling for a title. Third period, it's still 0-0.
Yeah, so evenly matched. Salle going down, Greco on top.
I think Huhn does a good job,
I'm going to eat my sour candy.
getting some isolation, getting some hand control, coming up to his feet, hitting a switch. He might be comfortable kind of hanging out for a few seconds here too, and then getting an escape later,
Yep, because there's been no takedown on the feet.
And there's no riding time in high school, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, he's made a few attempts, but there we go. He's out and around, and there's 2.
Yep, you'd rather have that 2 versus the 1.
Yeah, that looks pretty effortless. I mean, he just kind of slipped his arm, and I don't know if he caught Greco by surprise and kind of slipped him.
Yeah, making that score 2-0. Holden.
Minute 11 in the third period. Heading back to the center of the mat after going out of bounds.
I'm still reeling from that Morency Shawger match.
I know.
My goodness. What a change of a week.
That was a shocker. I mean, and next week, maybe they'll see each other again. And
absolutely.
The result might look very different yet again.
That's right. Holden's in a pretty good spot here. You know, he's going to try to ride him out as long as he can. If he cuts him, it's going to make it 2-1 and still winning the match here.
Huhn riding tough. I mean, he rode the entire second period, so you know he's in a confident position being up 2-0 here. And Greco, did he ever look like he was close to escaping? I mean,
I don't think so. No,
I don't know if he even
Holden
sniffed that point.
Yeah.
We have a stalling on red, stalling on LaSalle. I mean, did it were a point there? Was that a second stall call? That was a point. 25 seconds left, so he's got to be careful. He's got to work. He's got to look like he's working at least.
He looked like he was working to me.
He did. I agree. I don't agree with that call. And,
no.
And I missed the first stall call. So
I did too.
There's so much going on. You know, we have 3 matches going at once. Sometimes I take a peek just to see what's going on, and I miss something. That's how quick things happen here in these matches. But he's riding tough.
Yeah.
Claw. I mean, Jovanni, he's moving, so Huhn's got to do everything he can just to keep up. So I don't know where you can hit him for stalling. It's not like he's just sitting on a wrist or sitting hip to hip. But he got the win there, 2-1.
Now wrestling for 5th place.
A win's a win at this point. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty, but if you just keep winning, survive and advance.
And pretty equally matched, those two. So.
Yeah. Right now, his number, I mean, your magic number is 4. You want 4 wins to be a state champ.
Yep.
I mean, that's how much closer he is. Moving right along.
Got a Moeller guy coming up here.
Okay. So this will be big for the points. LaSalle does not have a wrestler at this weight looking for points, so Moeller is actually in a position to maybe make up some ground. Or
Yeah, we got Stonne Busler, who's a senior for Moeller.
34-9 versus Wyatt Brock of Harrison, a record of 41-2.
Who's a junior.
He was a district champ a year ago, I believe. And again, we're not getting much love for these guys. Brock ranked 11th and Busler ranked 14th.
Yeah.
Brock was a state placer a year ago, from remembering. I have a decent memory, but let me.
Know both these guys, both hard workers, doing stuff on the off season. Wyatt Brock there with the fancy 2-piece. Got some nice colors there. Good wrestling there. Got about 40 seconds left here in the first period.
Yeah, Wyatt Brock last year, he did place. He placed 7th at the state tournament. So there you go. And they're not giving him any love still. Ranking him 11th. But it all doesn't matter, right?
Nope.
They're just rankings.
Nope.
They're just some guy. I don't know what his formula is, but
good movement by both guys. Brock in on a couple shots. Good defense by Busler.
still 0-0. Coming to a close in the first period.
Seen quite a few guys in the finals with their 2-piece on. Don't know if we saw that over the years as much as we have today.
Yeah, I made note of it last year, and I feel like I only saw a handful, but this year it's almost every weight class there's somebody rocking the two-piece. And we have an injury on mat 3, so hope that young man's okay so he can continue his season.
Yeah, hate seeing that. Still 0-0 here going into the second period.
We have a caution on Green. Green is Busler, the Moeller wrestler, in the black singlet. Brock with the red anklet and the black and pink. I didn't know Harrison had pink in their color scheme, but must be a...
Yeah, you don't know if that's Cancer Awareness Month singlet, but...
could be.
If there's a reason for it, good for him for wearing it.
See, in this position, he's got both boots in. He's got to blow those arms out, get underneath, arch, get some weight, and get just be heavy. Just be as heavy as you can.
Maybe work on a power half here now, huh?
Yeah, he definitely can go to work now that he's got him broken down flat. And he is working, pushing the head down, throwing in some cross faces, not making it comfortable for that guy on bottom. Because if you're comfortable, you must not be doing the move right.
That's right.
Trying to hip over and catch the head and pull it under, but doing a good job of riding and wearing out his opponent. His opponent's kind of just being conservative, hanging out on bottom. He's not doing too much. He needs to, clear that leg out and start working his way up.
Yeah, at some point, if he's not moving a bunch, they're going to call the bottom guy for stalling. So Stonne needs to get up to his base like he's doing. I hear Coach Lindsay yelling, "Get up to your base."
And there it is. Stalling on red. That's interesting.
Interesting.
I was stalling on Brock. Wyatt.
I don't know. I don't understand that. You have legs in. You're working the head.
He's trying to work, and the other guy's not really working too much on coming up. It's 1-to-1, so that's a big point. I don't agree with that.
Nope.
I mean, the guy on top has been doing a lot and throwing in the boots, and the guy on bottom's been kind of hanging out. He's not really. I mean, even now, there he finally comes up to his feet.
Trying to get that hand control, and
Brock in on the legs, still in control on top. 20 seconds left. He's going to want to ride out the rest of this period and then likely take bottom and get his escape or a reversal. And
once Stonne gets to his feet, he's got to hip out and create some distance. If not, Wyatt's going to be right back in on his legs.
He's back in the boots thrown in, double boots, back on the working, looking like a power half, pushing the head down. Time's going to run out here in the second period.
Yeah, definitely didn't agree with that stalling call, but officials know their jobs probably better than us. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, I would be more inclined if it had looked like Busler was making an attempt and was close to getting out. But, he really wasn't.
I agree, yep.
Now he's on top, and 1-to-1, he's going to go ahead and just cut him. At this point in the match, the likelihood of turning a caliber wrestler like Brock is not a high percentage, so he decides he's going to want to try to just, work a takedown where he feels more comfortable, feels like there's a better shot. Now they both kind of work the edge, too, as you see him kind of circle in and then get the other wrestler to have his back to the edge. So it looks like I'm the aggressor. I'm the one that's kind of making the effort, try to get another stall call, potentially. And I think Brock's getting a little frustrated or maybe a little winded. What's going on here? Got a cramp. Got an injury time. You get a minute 30 of injury time in wrestling. What a great sport. You give injury time and you have something called blood time.
Yeah.
You don't have other sports where you get those.
No. Cramping up a little bit, maybe from, sweating throughout the day in his matches and maybe not drinking enough water. Or
maybe just a breather.
Yeah, you hope that's not the case, but
I remember some old savvy wrestlers, would kind of, fake a poke in the eye or or untie their shoe.
Untie their shoe going out of bounds.
Right.
Yep, get it.
Catch your breath for a second, but back to action. Whatever you can do to get the advantage, right?
Yeah.
Within the rules. Busler with a 1-point deficit, and he's got a leg. He's got the leg here on the edge of the mat. Now Brock's got to be careful. He's working a whizzer, closing that off, and Busler doing a good job. He wants to pull him back center.
Got to pull that in and limp arm there, and
Brock wants to work out of bounds at this point because he knows he's not in a good position, and he's able to do that.
Yeah, Stonne definitely seems fresh. Wyatt seems a little winded. May be to Stonne's advantage here, but...
Well, we got a quick second. I want to thank the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association partnering with us and giving us this opportunity to bring you this coverage.
Yeah, they do a great job, and that Coaches Classic tournament that they host in December is awesome.
Yeah. I haven't been able to get out to that one lately, unfortunately. We got 20 seconds left in this match, 2-1. Wyatt still in the lead, looking for another district title.
Stonne's got to go. 10 seconds here.
Yep. I mean, he could earn another stall call. There it is, and he did. He earned another stall call, and there it is. Ties it up. I don't know if I agree with that one either.
I look at it that.
Wrestle.
Yeah, I struggle with that as well because Wyatt's in the center of the mat.
I guess he's got an underhook and not really doing a whole lot. I mean, I don't remember him taking a shot. There was a half shot. But there, he's got to come around. Oh, he's in trouble. Wow. Oh, that's huge for Moeller.
Yep.
That's huge for Moeller. LaSalle didn't want to see that. And actually, Wyatt Brock used to be a LaSalle wrestler, so I'm sure they were rooting for him even more.
Yep.
And he was a returning district champ, just knocked off. So we're seeing some upsets here tonight.
Yeah, and I like Stonne, man. He comes up to my camps in the summer with Coach Lindsay, and hard worker, and good for him.
On paper, I would have gone Brock all the way.
I would have as well.
Being a returning district champ, state placer, you hate to say that the refs had any part of that, but I would say that Busler was definitely the aggressor.
Yeah, and he outworked him there at the end. Got another Moeller wrestler here, London Murphy.
And we got another Harrison Moeller matchup back to back. Coaches didn't even have to get up out of their seats; they just stayed put, and we got London Murphy, junior, 35-6 versus Kohl Wanschneider, a senior, 32-3. Wanschneider's dad was a state champ, I believe, for Harrison back in the day. He hopes to repeat. He's got a little bit of that in his blood.
It's funny, same teams, different singlets.
Yeah.
Busler had a black one on. London looks like a gray.
Well, that's kind of part of the gear, the singlets. That kind of sways some kids.
Yeah.
I know it works for Oregon, the Oregon Ducks,
and a lot of the teams have 4 or 5 different singlets that they can wear, throughout the year, and I'm sure the coaches allow them to wear whatever one they want for the finals and have fun with it, which I agree with.
London Murphy has a 2-0 lead on Kohl Wanschneider. Again, going back to the rankings, they don't mean a whole lot, and we'll let the tournament play itself out, but Wanschneider is currently ranked 6th and London Murphy ranked 9th. Murphy's got a cradle locked up. I think he works with Tommy Pretty, I
believe you're right.
And I see that a lot right there with the cradle. Tommy Pretty and his dad, they do a lot of cradles. You saw one right there, and we got injury time. It's 5-0 currently with the back points awarded. Wanschneider is in pain. Coaches casually make their way over to him to check him out. His dad being one of them. There's the state champ.
Yeah, and I know over at Moeller, when I go over there, Coach Lindsay's very active on the mat going live, and I think that just helps the wrestlers get better.
Yeah,
he puts them in different situations.
And he was a state champ, and he was All-American for Ohio University.
Yes, he was, yep.
So I'm sure when he speaks, the kids listen.
Yeah. Got Sean Ryan out there as well, assistant coach for Moeller.
What do you think he's telling his guy right now?
Hey, stay loose, doing good stuff, winning 5-0. Nothing fancy.
Yep, just the basics, right?
Stay with the basics.
Good fundamentals, position. We're going to slide over to the 5th place match. We have 150 pounds Lincoln Shard from Turpin and Ryan Foster of Ross. It is 5-0 in favor of the Ross wrestler, Foster. This was a very unfortunate semifinal match I watched, actually, with actually in the 3rd and 4th place Conso semifinal match. Foster lost on disqualification when he was winning the match. So he's wrestling for 5th and 6th now. So hopefully he can get an alternate position and somehow find his way into the tournament. Well, we're back to action on the 1st place match. 1st period, 39 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's my understanding the 5th place wrestler goes up to the state tournament next week. Should someone not make weight or be injured, they can jump into that state tournament.
That's right. So the alternate position has come into play before, and I've actually seen guys get in the tournament from that 5th place alternate spot and place at the state tournament. There was actually a guy years ago from Harrison. I think he still has the record for fastest pin. He was an alternate.
Oh my goodness.
6-second pin at the state tournament, and he has his picture down in the bullpen at the state tournament. If you make your way down through there, they have the fastest pin. They have all the murals of the wrestlers, the 4-time state champs, the 3-time state champs. But we got Murphy here with Wanschneider on his back.
Yep, counting back.
These two faced in the finals at sectionals a week ago, and Murphy won that match as well.
Like Murphy got 3 back points there, and Cole's still not feeling right there. Something's not right.
Yeah. It's gonna tough it out though. He's a tough wrestler, so he's gonna tough it out for these last 4 minutes, and hopefully gain some ground on this deficit he finds himself in, 8-0. Murphy hips over. There's 2 more. Yeah, he's making this look easy.
Yeah, he's wrestling good today.
I don't know what their match last week looked like.
Making the score 10-0.
10-0.
Looking to get some more backs here. He's got that bundle. Backs are being counted. Got another 3, making that 13-0. He's 2 points away from a tech.
Yeah, Murphy won last week 9-1, so a major. So he's learned how to make that win more.
Yeah, there's that bundle again.
And how big is this going to be for the team scores? I just remembered that.
You're right.
Forgetting about that team score. That's huge. A tech fall.
Yep.
Earns you just a few more points in the finals. You already have your placement points, but you get a few more. Wow.
Good sportsman there for Londen, helping him up.
Yeah, but you can see Wanschneider is definitely in a bunch of pain and is not himself there for after that injury occurred.
Yeah, he'll have to get healed up for next week. And Murphy, good for him, going into the state tournament, teching his opponent in the finals. That's exciting.
So we don't have those points accounted for, but the team scores, LaSalle is in first with 160.5, and Moeller right there with 159.5, and Springboro back a little bit with 141. So it is a 3-headed monster team race. It's going to come down to Moeller and LaSalle, and Moeller's still got some more ammo.
Yeah.
Well, as does LaSalle. I know they have Carson Thomas still to come in Wooldridge. But I believe that might be their last two. Oh, they also have Jack Willen. They have Jack Willen. So they have 3 more wrestlers, and I know Moeller has a few as well. They have John Stonne here coming up.
Yep.
They have Atkins. They have Sanchez. They have Sternberg. So they have.
Yeah.
I think they're in the driver's seat with a 1 point.
I would say so. Yeah.
With a 1 point deficit right now.
Looks like we're finishing up this match here on mat 5. Not sure who this is.
Elder, I'm trying to look at the other GCL schools. Elder's usually up a perennial power. They're in 7th, and then dropping back St. Xavier in 15th. Here we are, dropping over to the 5th place match again with Foster of Ross and Shart of Turpin.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Again, the thing about the 5th place wrestler, he'll have to work out all week, make weight, go up to the state tournament, and not that you want another wrestler to be injured or not make weight, but they got to be prepared to jump in there.
Yep, that's right. So how it works, 5th place here, it would have to be somebody from our district, though, correct?
I believe so, yes.
That's unable to wrestle.
Absolutely, yep.
Due to injury, illness, any other unforeseen circumstances. But is there a situation that if maybe another district alternate wasn't able to, that they would draw, like out of a hat for the other guys?
Good question. I would say probably not, but don't know the rules there.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. As Steve Long, I saw Steve Long walking around, long-time official, and does a lot of the murals at the state tournament that you see.
Oh, got it,
you
yeah.
go up there, all the artwork.
Watching this match here, a lot of leg riding today. More than I've seen, I think, in past districts.
Maybe we're starting to pick up. I would say Pennsylvania is known for their top wrestling.
Yeah, Lou, don't you agree? To me, anyway, years ago, it'd be like cut the guy and take him down.
Yep.
Not much top-bottom wrestling. I've seen more top-bottom wrestling the last 2 years than I've seen in recent memory, which is...
You're right.
Which only helps these guys when they get to college.
Exactly, yeah. It's a different animal when you get to college because, you have riding time, so that comes into play. It's a different strategy. And in college now, you have the 3-point takedown, which really threw me for a loop when I started watching earlier this year. Trying to keep up with the scores are a little more entertaining, and so we are moving up to 157 pounds. We have Lincoln Kroll of Miamisburg, a senior, 38-4, versus a returning state champion from Sycamore, Eugene Harney, coming in with a 39-3 record.
I guess he's our only returning state champ, correct, from Southwest District from last year. And
you're correct.
Eugene, being a senior, got a chance to talk to him before the finals and ask him where he's going to go to college. He said he hasn't decided yet.
I want to thank our partnership with Steve Burke, Operation Give Back, friends of giveback.com.
Eugene with the takedown there.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, I have to say this match likely won't be close, but we'll see what Lincoln can do to keep it close. Obviously, his resume, 38-4, he's not a pushover.
He's won matches, that's correct. Good riding there.
Yeah, I remember watching Eugene at the state tournament last year. He was definitely a very entertaining. He had an unbelievable state tournament. I mean, he just had a great weekend. Obviously, he won a state title, but he knocked off some very impressive wrestlers on his way.
And you know what? He's a heck of a football player, too. So his dad tells me to go over and watch one of the football games. So I walk into the stadium at Sycamore, and I hear the announcer say, "Touchdown, Harney."
Running back?
Yep.
There you go. He's a very shifty, I'm guessing, like a Barry Sanders, because he's not a tall guy.
No, and he plays offense and defense.
Wow.
And he did returns as well. So he was on the field the whole game.
So he's fast.
Fast, yeah.
I mean, he's explosive, definitely on the mat. You see that with his offensive attacks. Right now, he's just kind of working comfortable on top, wearing him down. And Lincoln's not giving him a whole lot.
About 5 seconds left here in the first period.
He caught the leg, trying to throw it out. Nothing doing with that. We move along to the second period, 2-1. There was a point awarded in there for red.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Again, I looked down and I missed something. We need an extra pair of eyes. I know we're missing our buddy Jerry Tischler this evening.
Yeah.
Gotta give him a little shout out. His daughter's getting married, so I'm sure he's having a good time right about now.
He'll be back next week for the state tournament.
He will. We'll have a good time up there. We're going to miss you up there.
I won't be here. I'll be at the Big Tens.
That'll be fun and exciting.
Watching Penn State, Ohio State, and some of those awesome teams.
Where's that at?
University of Maryland.
Okay.
So I got some buddies that live in Maryland and going to get out and stay at their house. And they live about 50 minutes from the field house down there.
That's awesome. That'll be a good time.
Fun. Yep.
Yeah. Harney with the reversal up 4-1 in the second period. Back in that riding position. I'm trying to remember his finals match last year here at the district tournament. I feel like we were really excited and anticipated the match. Kind of was just more of a chess match, though. Both guys very good wrestlers, so neither one wanted to make a mistake. Was it the Springboro wrestler?
I believe it was, yeah. To look back at that.
Yeah. A name I'm blanking on, but I should remember this.
Eugene was trying to ride him there, and I think eventually said, hey, let me put him back on his feet, so...
Kleinberg, that's what it was. It was
Konner Kleinberg, that's right.
Yeah, and Kleinberg actually beat him twice.
Kleinberg beat him at the sectionals.
He did. He beat him at the sectional finals and then district finals last year, but Harney got the last laugh and was a state champ. I think given the choice, I would take a state championship over a sectional and a district title.
I agree.
So Harney he wrestled very well that weekend.
Yep. Harney doing a good job riding him, but not being able to turn crawl. So.
And in this match too, I see that they're kind of letting him ride. The earlier matches we saw some stall calls that we were both kind of.
And you know what? Tell me if I'm wrong, Lou. It's like official to official. They may call the match different. So a different official, not calling stalling.
Absolutely.
With the leg riding.
Well, there is the criteria for stalling, and it seems like there's some gray area, a little bit of subjectiveness to it. Some guys let the wrestling continue, and some guys, get involved and call stalling.
Yeah.
A quick update: Moeller did have a big win, so they're up 165 over LaSalle, 160.5. So they have a 4.5 point lead currently, with a wrestler down on mat. The third and fourth place match, he is currently leading as well, so that lead could widen.
That's Jared Johnston down there.
So Moeller, like we said, kind of in the driver's seat with the remaining wrestlers. I think at this point, I'm thinking it's looking like the district title is going to return to Montgomery Road.
You're right.
They'll have, and they also have a very strong basketball team, so.
And baseball.
And football. I mean,
they got
it all.
Yep. But good for Coach Lindsay. I know they work hard over there, as all the schools do. But
Harney still with an 8-2 lead. Sorry, I did get sidetracked there. 8-3 they have on the score there.
Yep. Takedown goes right into the legs.
But very much in control of this match. I haven't seen a glimpse of any jeopardy that he's been in, or a position where giving up points. He seems to be maybe a little frustrated even with the inability to turn.
Yeah.
And here we go. We see it. He's starting to get a little more aggressive with some of those cross faces. But Kent Smith there, the State Farm rep, currently not wearing khakis though. He's wearing some black slacks.
Yeah, who's our underwriter for this weight class?
We got Steve Burke, Operation Give Back, friends of www.ogiveback.com. There you are, Eugene Harney, your district champ. So he finally got a title. He got a district title this year.
Yeah, and he controlled that match,
Yeah.
but nothing exciting. And
Well, he hopes to repeat his state title as well, you know. Again, last year he wasn't a district champ. He wasn't a sectional champ, but he was a state champ.
yeah. Where they're looking, for third and fourth? Looks like Jarrett Johnston's winning 8-6.
Yes, he's beating an elder wrestler currently, Lucas Kurzal. So 2 seniors battling it out for that third spot. Johnston was a state placer as a freshman.
Yes, he was. Yep.
A few years back, and then kind of gained, grew a little bit, got a little bigger, and had some difficulty getting in that lineup, but found himself here at 157 pounds, and he's going to return to the state tournament. Oh, Kurzal's with a
They are
reversal
rolling.
and a 10-9 lead, so that's big for the team scores. I think I see some LaSalle fans cheering for Elder. What? I think I see Rico Hill in a purple jacket. What? No.
My goodness. That was a good match.
Yep.
Good match there, and
What a comeback by
what we saw.
Lucas
and-
Kurzal's.
Now wrestling for 5th place.
And we move it right along. Here we go. So we told you earlier, we saw Tyton Kostoff from Colerain. Here's the brother, Kaiser Kostoff. I mean, if these aren't wrestling names,
That's
what do we
right.
think? We have Aiden George of Centerville, the record of 41-4, senior, versus Kaiser Kostoff, junior of Colerain. He had a very impressive semifinal match where he just completely dominated the Milford wrestler Holden, who's wrestling for third and fourth and is in trouble down there. But back on mat, the championship match. Kaiser Kostoff on his feet. His younger brother won a title tonight. I'm sure he wants to do just that so his family can bring home two brackets. And
Got a chance to talk to Kaiser. He's homeschooled as well, just like his brother. So said he has a 4.0 GPA, and I said, "What's your favorite food?" He said, "Steak." So
I would have to agree with
loves
that.
a good steak.
I'm sure he'll be getting a nice juicy steak maybe today if he wins this match. Next week, definitely after the state tournament. But I mean, he doesn't want to see his little brother win a title, and he doesn't win one.
That's right. That's right.
Aiden George actually had a bit of an upset, I would say, in the semifinal match, knocking off Jack Willen.
Yep.
Jack was going to that match ranked third, and George ranked 9th. But again, they're rankings, and they don't mean squat until you get out there on the mat and put your money where your mouth is.
That's right. That's right.
But Kostoff with the front head. Oh, George in on the shot here. Kostoff's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to come out the back. Now Kostoff, he's not wearing that two-piece Colerain.
No, he's not.
Cardinal. He's wearing the traditional with the big old cardinal on the back. Now he's got to turn over. He wants to go. You want to turn into that left leg and go over that knee. Drive over that knee. He gets a stalemate. 13 seconds remaining in the first period.
I don't know about you. I like the traditional singlets.
I would agree with that. The more old school. Is that what you rock in your?
Yeah, we all have USA singlets that we
Very
wear,
nice.
and freestyle we got a blue and a red, and
That's cool. That experience had to have been something, going over to Greece and competing and representing the United States.
yeah, there were 60 of us from the United States that went over, and
Wow.
most of the guys that wrestling at my age were Division I wrestlers in college, and
It's impressive.
exciting fellowshipping and getting a chance to wrestle guys from all over the world.
Yeah, big congratulations to you. That's
Thank you.
quite a feat. And I see your posts and your updates, how much you train and work, and doing that and being able to compete, and while still also working a full-time job and everything else that you do for the wrestling community.
Yeah, it gives me a good
impressive.
understanding of what wrestlers go through.
Yeah.
Hard to get out from the bottom.
Yep.
The diet, being in shape.
That's just wrestling, discipline is kind of the overarching key and the overarching theme that you see with all wrestlers, just how much discipline you have to have. Kostoff and George continue to battle. Oh, did he award it? I don't know. Was there control?
There.
Was there control?
Not sure. He had his feet in.
Yeah,
so.
he did. And they were rolling out of bounds. Things were still, body parts were still flying.
Walter Stark's there officiating, one of the top officials here in Southwest Ohio, called 2 there. Yeah, happy for Colerain. Just a lot of guys.
Yeah. This could be their
in the
third
finals
district champ.
Yeah,
tonight.
good for them. Good for them.
I mean, I don't know if they've ever had 3 district champs in one year. Hunter Hampton's put quite a little team together over there on. What street are they on?
Yep.
Banning? No, they're not on Banning. Oh, he's in trouble though. He had a cradle. Oh, this looks tight though. Wow. Stuck him. There you
Good
go.
job. Yeah, that cradle was picture perfect. Knee in the side.
There you go.
Got his back to the mat.
3 district champs.
But he was in trouble there for a little bit. If we got a replay on that, he was maybe in trouble for a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like if George was able to slip his arm, he would have had Kostoff in a predicament.
Yep.
But he was able to roll it through, continued with the move. So the Kostoff family taking home 2 titles.
My goodness, they're going to have a party at the house tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have some steak, I'm guessing. He's going to get his favorite food.
Yeah, Kostoff said he likes Talladega Nights as his favorite movie, so maybe they'll watch that tonight.
Talladega Nights. Love me some NASCAR. So we got a district rematch from a year ago in this next bout between Carson Thomas and Fletcher Rose. We saw this same match. No, I'm sorry, we did not. This was maybe 2 years ago.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, last year Thomas was a district champ knocking off Hicks of Beavercreek. Let me go back. I'm going to have to go back.
And if you remember, Thomas was a state runner-up last year.
Yep.
One of our Southwest wrestlers that made the state finals.
Ran into a bit of a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
A guy by the name of Joey Blaze from Perrysburg, who's wrestling at Purdue now.
And doing great stuff at Purdue.
Yeah, he's a nationally ranked wrestler.
Yep. I know Fletcher, he comes up to our Tuesday live wrestling and putting in the extra work as well, so it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I see these 2 wrestled in the quarterfinals of the district tournament, Thomas and Rose, and Thomas won 2-1 in the ultimate tiebreak, so this should be a close match. Thomas is currently ranked number 1 in the state at 175 pounds, the 42-4 record. Returning state runner-up, as you said, and Rose is currently ranked 5th in the state, 32-1 record. I'd like to know who his one defeat was to.
While you're looking that up, we got Little Miami and Springboro here going on mat 5. End of the match there, 4-3, won by Little Miami.
And that's Austin Dubzinski of Little Miami and Aiden Nudegate of Springboro.
So Little Miami, I have a state alternate there. Again, he'll train and get ready and see if he can get into that state bracket next week.
Now to the championship match at 175 pounds, Carson Thomas and Fletcher Rose. Shout out to our partners, Dr. Stephen Daly with UC Health. We're going to split screen here. We have a Colerain wrestler, also wrestling here at 175 pounds. We have Jordan Jackson of Colerain, a junior, and Titus Ray of Ross. So some other local talent and another Colerain wrestler. Left screen is Carson and Fletcher Rose, and the right screen is Titus Ray and Jordan Jackson. Jackson of Colerain in the pinstripe black and red singlet for Colerain, and Ray of Ross is in the maroon, yellow, white singlet.
Yeah, and again, it's important that Jordan Jackson, tries to win this match for 5th and becomes a state alternate, because you never know what could happen.
That's right.
Someone gets sick, someone gets injured, someone doesn't make weight. So
Carson Thomas, nice little low shot.
Carson's got Fletcher on his back here.
My graphics lost.
Looking for a fall.
Oh. And we just took the graphic away just for a second there as we get it figured out. Carson Thomas is wrestling Fletcher Rose. Colin Woodridge is another LaSalle wrestler that'll be coming up here in the next weight class. So we'll get that figured out for you. But right now, Carson Thomas has a 7-1 lead, going for a gator roll out of bounds. And we have Ray of Ross on top of Jordan Jackson of Colerain for 5th place.
Yeah, Carson's a hard worker. I know he put a lot of time in the off season on different dual teams and getting a bunch of training in.
And again, that's for all you young kids out there listening. That's where you make the biggest gains, is that off season training and getting mat time and experience, just being comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
And I believe he did some training with Cincinnati Functional Fitness down there, strength and conditioning.
Yeah, with Scott Goodpasture.
Scott Goodpasture's awesome.
Got a chance to catch up with him today. Thomas with a comfortable lead. It's not going to be, he's ranked number 1 in the state, but it's not going to be a walk in the park. I know he's got a St. Ed's wrestler at his weight that's very tough that he faced earlier this year and beat him, I believe. Close match, may have even gone to overtime, but did get the win there. So it's not going to be easy, but
you take one match at a time.
Exactly. 9-1.
Nice hard cut there, right? Bo Bassett style.
Oh, yeah.
I know Carson's wrestling at the next level next year, correct?
So he's a junior, so he'll have another.
Yeah,
I know.
Someone was looking at Edinburgh. I thought it was maybe him, but yeah, he's got another year.
Yeah, so he has two more cracks this year and next year to get a state title. He's been in the state finals last year, as we mentioned. He wrestled Joey Blaze very tough, though, for being a sophomore to wrestle against. Joey Blaze was the number 1 wrestler at that weight class in the country, and he hung in there with him. So he can wrestle with anybody. And now Joey Blaze is wrestling in the collegiate level and ranked. So.
And Joey has that younger brother Marcus Blaze, right?
That's right. Yep. It just goes to show you how narrow that gap is, though. Like Marcus Blaze, a high school wrestler, knocked off the number 1 ranked guy in the collegiate level.
Yep.
The wrestler from Purdue, what's his name? Ramos?
Yep.
Yeah. So, it happens. You get high school kids that can beat these college kids.
Yeah, and I follow that Bo Bassett kid who's beating college kids as well, and he's a sophomore in high school, so. We talked about it. These guys starting at a young age, man, they're battling at a young age, and
I think you got to go out there with the mindset that you can wrestle with anybody, you can beat anybody.
Yep.
By rule, they are the same weight class as you, so there's no advantage there. (13-4) lead now for Carson Thomas over Fletcher Rose of Miamisburg. Carson Thomas looking to repeat as a district champion. And on the right screen, we have Titus Ray with an 8-1 lead over Jackson. So closing in on the minute 30 in the match, 15-5. Carson Thomas wrestling on the edge of the mat, trying to pull him back in, eat a couple more seconds, and get that much closer to that state title, as you said, one match at a time.
And Jordan over there, he's got to make up some ground here. He'll end up being a district placer, but has another year next year to regroup and train and try to make it to the state tournament if he doesn't pull this out.
Yeah. He's got a minute, so now, I mean, you just throw everything in the kitchen sink at this point. I mean, Granby rolls, throws.
Yep.
Where's your equalizers? A nice mat return there.
He's not moving, so
we have an injury.
I hope he's okay.
Yep. That was a hard mat return.
Yep, sure was.
We're getting him checked out here by the medical staff. So
I don't know, nothing illegal there, but just a hard mat return.
Yeah, I couldn't see on that far side if his arm was trapped or not, but I know you can't lift a wrestler with that arm trapped. You have to bring them back under control, and you can't have that arm trap. They have to be able to defend themselves as they get returned.
Yeah, he was clearly not moving there for a little bit. We'll see it here. He's not moving.
He maybe hit his head first. His head kind of hit the mat first, and hopefully he's okay. But this has just been domination by Carson Thomas, 19-6.
Yeah, he's on a mission. He's on a mission, isn't he?
He is.
He's
24
clearly,
seconds. I mean, he could get the tech fall. I mean, that's definitely what his coaches are saying. Get two more. I mean, you have the time if you really wanted it. And that would be beneficial for the team race, too. 21-7. He's saying get one more. But his opponent's not going to face him, so he's got to get one more. Block and spin. Go, 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 go. Don't stop. Get it there. Oh, his opponent used the edge of the mat and 21-8. And he just manhandled his opponent, and he's not happy about it, but he's a district champ nonetheless.
Yep, that's right. and Fletcher Rose, tough,
we can see the replay here. See what happened. It looked like, he definitely head, mat, immediate. That's scary. I hope he's okay. He's up on his feet.
Yeah, they'll have to make a decision with concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Whether he goes back out there or not.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, how much time's left in the match? It's 8-2. I mean, I think if there's any concerns, I'm sure his coaches will err on the side of caution.
Yep, they'll make the right decision.
Yeah. Again, thanks for joining us here for the 2024 OHSAA Southwest Ohio District Wrestling Finals here at Kettering Fairmont High School.
Yeah, it's been some awesome matches.
It has. I feel like this really flies by, too.
Yeah, it does.
The last 2 hours. Hey, look at us. Don, you're on the TV.
Oh, there we are. Look at me. Looking all nice and young.
Yeah.
Remember Lou was in high school, wrestling for St. X back in the day.
That's right. Seems like yesterday, but it was...
Seems like yesterday.
Somehow it was 16 years ago.
Yep.
How'd that happen? So he continues. Jordan Jackson's going to continue this match. Down 8-2 with 37 seconds left. We'll have another break.
Yeah, they may make the decision here that maybe he can not continue. We'll see.
We're down to our final 3 matches.
It went by quick.
It has gone by very quickly. And the team race, get this, half point. It's a half point difference right now. half-point difference, but they haven't factored in Carson Thomas's major decision. And that's why he wanted that tech so bad. That's an additional, what is it, 1 point, 2 points for a tech over a major?
I'm not sure, but it's some points.
Yeah. I mean, it's a half point for a district title right now. This is
Well, what's pretty crazy here, Lou, is we got a LaSalle person in the finals.
We do.
And we got a Moeller wrestler going for 3rd and 4th.
That's right. So this is a big one. And I would say Wooldridge is maybe the underdog in this situation. Matt Kowalski is a junior, 44-4. Wooldridge is a sophomore, 34-6. Kowalski, a returning district champion, I believe, and a state placer a year ago.
Some big boys here.
Yeah, Kowalski was a 4-3 district champ last year. And he's got a 2-0 lead quickly on Wooldridge of LaSalle. So this is a big one here. I mean, you got a Moeller wrestler and a LaSalle wrestler, not head-to-head, but it's going to matter.
Yeah, and then we got 2 Moeller wrestlers coming up back-to-back at 215 and 285 in the finals.
Wow. Yeah, Kowalski was a state placer a year ago. He got 6th place last year, so it's a tall task for a sophomore. But anything can happen.
That's right. Got a chance to talk to Woolridge before the finals. He likes steak as well, Lou.
All right.
Has a 4.3 GPA.
I know some good steak places in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
so.
How about that Jeff Ruby's and some of those places, man?
Yeah, if he's listening, maybe he can hook us up. I've seen him at this district tournament a few years back.
Those $75 steaks, right?
Yeah, all right. So LaSalle, after the Carson Thomas win, jumps to the lead, 169.5 to 165. So this, I mean, I can't remember a time where the district finals has come down to and
that's
gone
exciting.
back and forth like this.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Again, we want to thank Kent Smith with State Farm. Where's he at? He should be out there reffing. He might have already finished his match, but thank you, Kent. And it is 3-3, so we got a good match here.
Yeah.
And the Moeller match, if you're wondering, Moeller is currently leading 1-0, so I mean they can essentially nullify one another if they both win, or if Moeller wins and the LaSalle wrestler loses, then Moeller's likely going to jump back ahead, and then we'll go on to the last 2 matches. And I know this is LaSalle's last chance, though. This is their last chance to get points. This is their last wrestler. Moeller still has 2 coming up after this one. So, and 1 escape for Wooldridge, up 4-3. With 1:30 in the second period.
Yeah, wouldn't have thought that beginning of the match.
No, not with the resume that Kowalski has. Wooldridge, a nice shot. Wooldridge had a underhook, and Kowalski was able to just pass it and shoot right through it.
Some good strength there.
Yeah, 5-4. He has the lead with 1:05 in the second period. So Wooldridge, he's got to get moving here. No time to look up at the clock.
Nope.
You just got to keep wrestling here. Get your hips. We got stalling on Kowalski. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, neither guy was doing a whole lot, but look at that. There was the replay of that shot. Nice takedown.
Nice. Stayed with it.
Kind of seemed to catch him off guard as maybe Wooldridge just took a quick second to catch his breath, and you can't do that in a match, especially at this level.
Got a cradle there. Get his head in the side.
Oh, that's, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
He is in trouble, is right.
Yeah. And that's it. Kowalski, pin. So LaSalle not going to be able to earn any more points.
No.
So they're going to rely on the rest of the Southwest Ohio district to maybe help them out. That's the only way they can do it. Because Moeller's got 2 more dogs coming.
Yes, he does.
And I have a feeling one, if not both, are favored.
Yep.
One for sure. I would say the heavyweight match. And Atkins has wrestled very well.
Yeah,
lately.
he knocked off Walker from Edgewood in the semis.
Right, knocked off. Walker was ranked 6th.
Yep.
Atkins ranked 9th. Now he's going to have to knock off another top wrestler, Weimer, ranked 3rd.
Yeah, I teach my kids on cradles, you can't get your knee to your head.
Yeah.
You got to keep them away. Or
right.
The
you
cradle's
can't
right
step
there.
up.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, anytime, especially somebody that likes cradling, I was a cradler. Like, anytime you saw the head by the knee, it was just, you were feasting, you were licking your chops, just salivating.
Yep.
But you see guys do it, sloppy stand-ups.
Yep.
Their head by their knee, or a sit out, and they, just drop their head. Just asking to get sloppy cradled and put to bed, put to rest.
Well, we got Sanchez down here for Moeller winning 1-0.
This is a big one. If Moeller can win here, I think that will tighten up that score. If not, tie it. They're currently down by, I believe, 4 points. And
tough task here. Sanchez has got to ride him for 50 seconds, not get called for stalling, not lock hands. Just stay with it. Win the match 1-0.
Yeah. Who's he wrestling here? He's wrestling Centerville. John Moyer, a junior. These 2 wrestlers are also ranked. Moyer ranked 13th in the state, Sanchez 12th. So these guys, right there with one another.
Equal.
Yep.
Centerville just keeps standing up. And
legs together. That's locking hands, no? Yeah, it is. There you go. See? Called it. That's going to tie it up.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Cannot lock
Look at that.
hands.
There he is.
Cannot lock hands.
Here, once he can when he's on his feet, right? But then once he goes back, once his butt hits, he's got to release.
Yep.
And he didn't. And there it is. The point ties it up. So now an escape wins it. LaSalle, where are you at? You're cheering. You got to be cheering for Centerville right now. Oh, trying to hip over. If he can hip back over, and he's got a hip heist. Nope.
Yep, got about 11 seconds left.
Shout out to this little guy right here. What's your name, dude? What's up?
Got little guys here next to us. Future wrestlers. What's up, Mr. Pretty?
Mr. Pretty stopped by. Saw some of his little wrestlers earlier. He trains them on the side. Just cradles. But here we go. Sanchez 1-1. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to overtime. Oh, what? A point? What happened? I blinked and I missed
it as well.
What happened? Another locking hands?
Let's see what they got here.
What's the call? That's huge. Where's LaSalle? I don't know why they're not jumping out of their seat.
I'm not sure what it was. Did he push him out of bounds?
I don't know. I think maybe he got a point for that hairstyle he's sporting. It's like a cheetah.
See what that is. Here we go.
I've seen a couple of wrestlers from Centerville with this new hairstyle. It looks like a soccer ball. What was it? Stalling? Maybe he was on the leg and he didn't work up, and they hit him for stalling? Stalling, wow.
My goodness.
Wow. So 2 penalty points in the closing seconds of the match to lose it.
Coach Lindsay's not happy over there. But
no. I mean, he's chasing a district title, team title. He wants a district team title, and that would have been huge.
Well, the other thing, you want the Moeller kids saying, hey, I'm going into the state tournament third versus,
right, exactly.
Again, we talked about it, getting a #1 seed.
Absolutely.
First round, so that's huge.
That's huge.
But hey, Centerville wrestled well.
Here we go. We move along. 215-pound district championship. We have Aiden Weimer of Springboro, 38-4. is a junior versus another junior from Moeller, Will Atkins, with a record of 37-5. Again, Weimer ranked 3rd in the state and Atkins ranked 9th.
Yep.
But now, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is what happens in the next 6 minutes.
That's right.
We have a toss over on the other mat. Atkins is in the white with gold band and blue, and Weimer is in the navy with some royal and some words. Springboro on it.
Yeah, they had those fancy singlets.
Yeah, look at those. Fancy. They get creative with these singlets for sure. I like that classic Moeller look though.
I do too.
This is a big match too for Moeller. They need this one. They need one of these last two. I mean, could this come down to a tie? It could this could come down to a tie.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
I've never seen that of you. Then what's the criteria? Is there a criteria?
There
like
probably is. They'll probably have some sort of
district
criteria.
champs or bonus points? I don't know. I know in a dual match that
Maybe
comes down to
number of pins.
Yeah. Well, the first criteria I think is penalty points, right? And then it goes to like pins.
See, we need that official here to tell us.
Yeah. Where's Jerry?
Where's Jerry?
Let's call him up. He's like our Gene Steratore when you're watching the NFL games, and we need Jerry in the box to just explain the rules. But he's starting to lose it though, so I don't know if I believe him anymore.
My buddy Wyatt Walker down there.
We gotta get our digs in while he's not here.
Yeah.
But Will Atkins working on the underhook, looking for a headlock. Look, he's throwing that hip in, and I think he's going to try to go back the other direction, right?
Yeah, that's
kind of bait him one way and go the other. He's got double unders now.
He's got like a bear hug.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've watched Weimer. He likes that position as well. He's a big move guy, throws, upper body, kind of that Greco Roman style. He was a district placer last year, state qualifier, if I'm correct. Atkins again was a state placer. Last year he made it to the state semifinals, won 2 matches right out of the gate, and then kind of, as a sophomore at 215 pounds, great accomplishment, and then kind of did the semi-slide and finished 6th, but still a tremendous tournament and accomplishment to place at state as a sophomore.
Yeah, and has a great family too. They're big in the Moeller Kids Club. And
oh yeah, actually my dad's best friend, Tom Atkins. So very familiar with the Atkins family.
Yep, good people.
But Weimer's up and out. A minute 30 in the second period, and he's got a 1-0 lead. Atkins style, it's methodical, if I had to describe it. He kind of picks his moments, but he's effective with it. And his semi-match was a very exciting match. He was leading up until the last few seconds, and then Wyatt Walker was able to get a reversal and was tied, and it went to overtime, and it went to the ultimate, and he was able to win it in the ultimate. Little miscommunication between him and Jermaine, we'll call it. Jermaine wanted him to take top, and he wanted to go bottom, and he chose bottom and was able to escape and get out.
Yeah.
Or get a reversal and won the match. So.
Yeah, and looking down there, Wyatt Walker just teched his opponent. Wow. 15-0. So.
Oh, wow.
Happy for him. He's been to the state tournament a bunch and hasn't placed, so hoping this is his year to do that.
Absolutely. Still 1-0. Both these guys battle. Oh, here we got a double under again in that bear hug position. So if he keeps backing up, he's got to get hit for Stonne.
Yeah, and
this is where I would see it called.
Yeah, Will's no fear tying up.
Nope, there it is. There he is.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Yep.
I mean, he had him. And he kind of just backed right out. Oh, nice
good
down,
movement
go
by Will. Nice.
Weimer's still on his feet, got reaction time, so no points awarded.
Got to get him down to the mat.
Steps out of bounds, no points. Back still neutral. So like I said, he kind of picked his spot there and went for it. Now with 22 seconds in the period. we'll kind of see some more hand fighting and see if one of these guys decides to kind of make a go at it with a combination of moves.
Yeah, and we've talked about over the years, some of these big guys, 215s, they're as quick as some of the lighter weights.
Yeah. That's what's exciting, especially at the state tournament.
Sure is,
oh, did he give him? What is he going to call? He called it 2. Takedown 4, Weimer, 3s.
Yep.
Oh, they give the points to the wrong guy? What happened here? Three to 2, is that correct? I thought it was, I was going to go 3-1 or 3-0. Wasn't it 1-0 Weimer and then he got a takedown?
Yeah.
I thought it was 3-1-0 and then a takedown would have made it 3-0, but there was a point. Was there a second stall?
I didn't see anything, so they have it 3-1.
Yeah, things happen fast.
Yeah.
3-1, third period. Atkins is on bottom, so he's comfortable being on bottom late in matches.
Yeah, Weimer did a nice job keeping his feet in bounds and getting that 2 there.
Yep. 3-2. So this is going to come down to these final 90 seconds.
Yeah.
3-2, Weimer, over-under position again. Atkins very comfortable here. Maybe push the pace here and get us another stall call.
Yep.
Tie it up. Clubs ahead and back for an underhook. Weimer, he's standing pretty tall. He's got to adjust and get to a better position. He's kind of opened up, and he's just allowing Atkins to dig those underhooks in there.
Yep.
And stand him up. And if Atkins has a combination to hit off there, this is kind of the time, maybe a drag or post, arm pass. Get to the leg. You don't even have to take a shot down to your knee. You can just kind of, the way he's standing so tall.
The other thing too, and the guys leaning and pushing in, you can look to snap him down as well and spin behind.
Exactly. So. Snap downs. You got duck unders.
Yep. See
what you got in your arsenal. With 40 seconds, Weimer 3-2. I mean, it's going to come down. If this match...
Yeah, Will's got to pull the trigger here in the next 15 seconds. There he goes with the shot.
Oh, so all points are accounted for right now, and LaSalle's currently leading 169.5 to 165. So this match is huge.
20 seconds to go. Atkins just needs to
slide. There it was.
Nice,
like you said,
good,
push.
Good.
Oh, but there, Weimer 2. Huge. Where's LaSalle? Why are they not cheering at this point?
1 point there. Still not over. That's right.
I thought maybe Springboro might have a few more LaSalle fans on there.
Yeah.
Weimer, district champ, and Moeller. It's going to come down to Moeller's final wrestler, Lucas Sternberg.
Yeah, it'd be nice in the arena if they had like a scoreboard of the team scores. So the crowd can kind of follow that.
Right? Makes me think of, I went up to Ohio State-Michigan duel, and Nick Feldman, the heavyweight for Ohio State, he's been clutch this year in multiple duels. I think against Cornell, they came down to him and he won. That's right. They won the duel. Came down to the Michigan match. He actually beat a top 5 wrestler, Davison from Michigan, transferred from Northwestern, and won the match and won the duel. So
Yep.
He's been clutch. So this could be Lucas Sternberg's chance to pull a Nick Feldman.
Yeah.
So here we go. Abel Nago from Miamisburg, 43-1. Lucas Sternberg, 19-6. Limited match time this year. I believe he suffered some injuries throughout the year. He's been overcoming. But this is a district rematch from a year ago. These two faced each other in the finals last year.
Who ended up winning that?
I'm going to double check, but I believe it was Sternberg in that match too.
I believe you're right.
Sternberg was a state placer. Yeah. Oh, actually, Nago won last year in sudden victory, 4-2. So
got it. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's huge. It's the big guys.
Don't get yourself in trouble downtown.
Still a 4.5-point lead for the LaSalle Lancers for the district title.
Some big boys here.
Crazy.
You know, nowadays
Big
there's a
boys.
limit on unlimited heavyweight, you know, so some of these guys may be cutting weight as
Right.
heavyweights to make the heavyweight division. So,
If I had to guess, both of these guys play football
yep.
for their respective teams.
Nice, yeah.
High school. Wow, that's some good movement by the big guy.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, here we go. Replay here. Both got a collar. Snaps, underhook, and goes, gives him a little shot look. But I like how he doesn't drop all the way down to his knee, because it really worries me for the big guys that, get underneath and then the opponent drops the house, essentially. And you're just carrying all that weight.
Yep, spins around.
It's a lot of weight. There he is.
Movement.
Snap and go.
Good movement by Abel.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's...
Hopefully he's
hope
okay there.
Yeah. It's a lot of weight, though. Like we said, he went down. Let's see another shot of that.
Like
Nice
he came
snap
down on
and
his
go.
shoulder, yeah.
These aren't the 106-pounders. These are 1.5 106.
Yeah, that's right.
2.5 almost.
Yep. Yeah, Abel comes up to our Tuesday live, and every once in a while he's looking for a partner, and I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Nice kid. Nice guy. Both these guys.
Yeah, you probably weigh as much as one of his legs.
Yep. Gonna show that replay again here.
Both fighting, hand fighting, working in the inside control and snaps. Does Lucas decide to Lucas decides to try a shot, and that's what I'm saying right there. He gets underneath, and that's just a lot of weight. Now we're back to the action. This is live. Drives him out of bounds. 2-0 lead with 11 seconds in the first period. It came down a little heavy on that. I think they might caution him.
Yep.
Caution on Nago. Nago is in that black and blue singlet with Vikings there written across the back, and Sternberg, the Moeller wrestlers, in the gray with the stripe around the waist. Short time. This is big to get an escape here for Lucas if he can. He's going to get one more shot with 4 seconds to reset.
Yeah,
But this is a big point.
Yep, he's exploding out of there, trying to get out. I think he can do it. Got to get the jump off the whistle here.
Just to set you up for the second period, getting a point right here would be monumental, but Nago does a good job hanging on.
Some good wrestling by
Coin
these
flip.
285-pounders.
Sternberg's going to choose bottom. Down 2-1. I like that call. I would do that in this situation.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't want to dig out of a 3-0 hole. Say if you defer in that situation and go choose the bottom and he gets an escape, then it's 3-0, and now you're a 3-0 lead. Just feels a lot more than a 2-0 lead. And then in this situation, if he can get out, it's 2-1.
Yep.
Or a reversal, we're tied up. So.
There
And
he
he
is
cuts
going to
him.
cut him.
What kind of style you like to wrestle there, Don?
Well, I've been experimenting with both. You know, I like shooting from space, double leg blast.
Yep.
And then I've been watching a lot of that Bo Bassett where I do a collar tie, inside tie, and snapping the guy down and spinning around.
Yeah.
So
I've been seeing more and more of the little knee pick shot. Seems pretty safe and very effective when I see it at the collegiate level a lot.
I do know one thing for me, I tie up when I get tired.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think
kind
a
of
lot
human nature is.
You're starting to suck some air.
Yeah, and you tie up to get a little breather.
Leaning a little bit, yeah. Can't catch her leading. 2-1, 1 minute remaining in the second period. Sternberg's got to get moving here. Does look like he's got a pretty large brace on his right knee,
Yeah.
so maybe that's the reason he's been sidelined for part of the year and doesn't have as many matches under his belt. know if that was a football injury or wrestling.
Not sure, yeah.
But Nago's looking very tough, very aggressive. Pushing the pace still. He's a strong kid. Wonder where he's going next year. If he's
Not
wrestling
sure.
or playing football.
Good question. He's built like a football player, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe next week, maybe get a second catch up with him.
Yeah.
The state tournament, see what's going on, what's on his radar. But he's right now looking to repeat as district champ and kind of pulled an upset. You know, the Borough fan rankings have Sternberg a slight advantage, 7th, and Nago at 8th. Sternberg did place higher at the state tournament a year ago.
But sometimes this third period comes down to who's in better shape with these bigger guys.
Yep, and that's where you might see the 43-1 matches to 19-6 matches could be a difference.
That's right. Nago getting up to his feet. Good job.
He's got a 3-1 lead now. Uh-oh. All right, what's Jermaine whispering in Lucas Sternberg's ear?
What's the score there?
The team score, it's 169.5 to 165. So it's 4.5. I think he's got to win, or does he need bonus points? Last year, Sternberg was 4th, and Nago was 6th. So these two both hit the podium.
Yeah.
3-1. And they are quick to start wrapping up the mats over there.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Come on, let's continue. Let's let this match play out.
Yep.
And give these guys their moment.
Absolutely.
With 65 seconds in the match, Abel Nago leading Lucas Sternberg 3-1. District title possibly on the line if Moeller can pull off the win.
Abel's just gonna keep moving, keep working on shots so he doesn't get called for stalling here.
Yeah. Stay in a good position.
Yeah, standing in the middle of the mat. And
make it look like you're doing enough, but
absolutely.
don't jeopardize yourself or put yourself in a bad position because you don't need to take a shot. I don't think either guy's been warned, have we?
I don't think so.
Unless I blinked and missed it, but which I've been known to do.
Yeah, we got about 25 seconds
25
here.
seconds. Yeah, he's got to pick the pace up here. He's got to go.
Yeah, Moeller's got to pull the trigger here at some point.
Yeah, remember when we said we thought Moeller was in the driver's seat?
We did.
And they had 3 wrestlers left and favored, I would say, in 2 of the 3, and they might lose all 3. And, I mean, you win one of those, it could have been a district team title.
Would have thought they were in the driver's seat, that's for sure.
Yeah, LaSalle was out of wrestlers. They had 3 left. Oh, and 2. That's going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Wrap it up. 5-1. Miamisburg Nago is a district champ, 2-time district champ.
Yep, good wrestling by both guys, both to be in the thick of things next week as they were last year, so good for them. Good Abel.
Well, that was an exciting finals tournament.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I want to thank all of our
underwriters.
Yep. Supporting us and everybody out there watching.
Good.
This will be airing, I believe, on Tuesday, March 5th at 8:30 p.m., Wednesday, March 6th at 4 p.m., Friday, March 8th at 10 a.m., and Sunday, March 10th at 4 p.m. We'll also bring you the state championships next week where we'll be covering all 3 divisions, including the girls. So tune in for that.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Well, thanks, Lou.
Thank you, Don. It's been fun.
And we will talk to everyone soon.
Waycross coverage of OHSAA Wrestling, made possible by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association, Klein Residential, Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association, Dr. Stephen Daly of UC Health, Kent Smith of State Farm, Mark Floan, Cold Spring La Roses, and Steve Burke of Operation Giveback.